Let's welcome the man of the evening.
I'm Diana Heller, if you don't know that already, and I'm so happy to see all of you here tonight. This is very exciting to share all of the students' accomplishments, um, and especially Tyler's graduation. I want to tell you a little bit about Tyler. The first recital that he participated with me was May of 2008. He had only started lessons that January, so he didn't have a chance to participate in everything, and didn't have a lot of awards because you have to really be there preparing the whole year. And I remember saying at that recital as he came up for his perfect attendance or whatever it was at the time, I said to the audience, "You're going to be hearing a lot from this young man. Watch out for Tyler." I just could see that fire in him. And he can be described in 3 ways, which I put in the program. He's a scholar. 5 words tell it best: National Merit Finalist, full scholarship. What more can I say? He's a gentleman, always polite, yes ma'am, helpful. I can't tell you how many heavy boxes he has lugged all around my house so that I could start to clean things out. He has caught stray lizards in my home. He replaces my water filter because I can't quite twist it in and out. He retrieved a spinning wheel that was deep into the pot shelf, standing tiptoes on top of a ladder. And he cleaned out my entire attic, which was loaded with all kinds of treasures. And he single-handedly passed things down a very rickety, one of those pull-down ladders, to his dad. So I'm very much going to miss his help. And where is he? Oh, I'm looking around for him. He sees a need and he's always offering and willing to help. And I never got the feeling that I was imposing on him. He's just always there for me, and I really appreciated that. Another word to describe him: talented musician, of course, you hear. He has a musical, what I call a musical soul. That is a gift. He understands instinctively and is satisfied in the depths of his being the intricacies of music, beautiful harmonies, melodies, rhythms, dynamics, and so forth. His musical soul plus his competitive nature make him a winner. And he told me when we began, "I want you to work me hard." And he didn't know what he was unleashing when he said to me, "Work me hard." And I said, "Okay, Tyler, we're off and running." Music is a language of small details. A dot next to a note means one thing. A dot under or over a note means something completely different. There's all kinds of little details, and the more a student pays attention to those details, the more successful they are in competitions and performances. And he allowed me to fine-tune every last detail of his music. Never once did he shut it down. A teacher can only give what the student will accept, and I've had hundreds of students, and I read their body language very well. And there comes a point when I am nitpicking, I guess you could call it, but going after the fine details, when they give me that side look or that shutdown that says, "I can't accept anymore." And it says enough, and I back off because I don't want to burn them out. Tyler never limited what I could provide in mastering the musical details. I never got the feeling that I was pushing him too far. He always wanted to perfect it, which is why 11 state trophies and that many state ribbons have been awarded to him. So that's just a little bit about Tyler. He's a pretty special guy, and I'm going to miss him. I have 2 children of my own, and they are adults now. And so I faced the empty nest back then, but now I keep facing an empty nest all over again. So thanks a lot, Tyler. Here I go again. Now I want you to join us in a walk down memory lane and witness the growth of a talented young man, starting with his first recital performance. with Carolyn and Tyler were the state champions 3 years in a row and a 4th year with an honorable mention. They were absolutely unbeatable. And so, 2017, I present Tyler. I am so proud. I am so proud. Wow, what a great student. Would you like an encore? I think we have an encore ready.
One, two, 4.
Oh, what fun.
I'm just going to say a little something. Try to say a little something. So Tyler was a toddler, and we were at our little home in Hollywood, and my mom and dad were visiting. And Tyler and my dad were the only two people in the room, and the TV was on, and it was on PBS. And there was a symphony playing. And I came into the room, and I saw my dad, and he was watching Tyler. And Tyler was standing about 2 feet away from the TV, and he was pretty much mesmerized. And my father, who is in heaven now, looked at me in his very forward way and pointed at me and then pointed at Tyler and said, "You better pay attention to that." And even before that time, I've made an effort in our home to play music for our children. And we do some sing-songy songs, but I don't like them very much, and so I always tried to find some really good songs. Songs that had meaningful words, songs that had beautiful rhythms, songs that had lovely tunes. And I attribute that to my mom for teaching me to love music and for always singing in our home and for always filling our home with beautiful music. Even as we got ready for school in the morning, she would be playing the piano. And sometimes we would wake up to that sound in the morning. And she also would be singing so much. And even so, when my mom is working in the house, she doesn't know it, but she hums constantly. It's just second nature to her. And also, Tyler's other grandparents, his grandfather is very musical. He would never let you know it, but he plays classical guitar. Amazing. So this is a gift that God's given our family and God's given Tyler. And the Bible says that children are like arrows in the hand of a warrior in the air of one's youth. But it doesn't just mean that these are arrows that we're just supposed to shoot out randomly. What that verse is talking about is we are supposed to find what God's created them to do and to guide them in that and then shoot them out. And Tyler had come to a place when he was 7 years old that he wanted to quit taking piano lessons. He had enough. We had a teacher that came to our house, and he is a gentleman, and it shocked me when he did this. But she said something, and he stood up and walked out of the room and didn't come back. And I said to her, I don't know what just happened. So that was the end of lessons with this teacher. And from our friends, we heard about Diana, and I had said to my husband, please, can Tyler take these lessons? And he said, well, not right now. Yeah, let's be honest, that's what he said. And at the time, he was right, because we were a really young family, and we were having babies, which I think we should do. And we couldn't afford really those lessons. And one day, Paul came home, and he put down some money on the table, and he said, go get those lessons for Tyler. And we met with Diana, and there started just a beautiful, beautiful relationship. When you can't give your children what they need, you can find someone that can. And Diana, you did that. And I'm not an easy mom. I'm a pretty tough mom. And I require a lot from my kids. And Diana does too. And I appreciate that. And she does it in a way that I think she's able to communicate differently with each of the children. But she saw in Tyler something, and she went for it with him. And this has allowed Tyler to grow his passion. And he went to one of the student day things, and he sat down, and he's seen these judges throughout the years. They watched him grow, and they said, so what do you want to do? And he says, I want to go continue pursuing music. I want to go into audio engineering. I want to do commercial music. And the judge said, have your parents said those words to you yet? And what were the words?
What's your other plan?
Yeah, what's your backup plan? I'm so thankful that he doesn't need a backup plan. I'm so thankful that you prepared him for this, that we don't have to second guess what Tyler's passion is. And I feel confident because of how you've invested in Tyler that he's prepared to pursue this. And I'm so thankful. And I'm thankful to all of you. You're here because you love these children. You are invested in one of these children that's here. And if you're here because we invited you, it's because you have personally invested in Tyler's life. He made the list. He invited you. And I'm thankful for you. And I'm thankful for this church and for just this beautiful family. And that's all I have to say. And I'm not shy, so that's why I get up here and Paul does.